So I'm sitting here with Linda Tanaka, and Linda is the artistic manager director of this great event. And I'm always interested in knowing what happens behind the scenes. And so I would like to get you to describe to me, like, from where this event started to where it is today to what you're seeing today. How does that roll out?
Well, over the years, this is the 38th year for the festival, so I imagine there's lots of changes over the years. Like we've pretty much, it started in Stanley Park the first year. The second year it moved to Jericho Beach, and it's been here ever since. I imagine I think the layout of the festival is probably a lot the same. We have a lot more vendors, though there used to be vendors that started somewhere in the middle of the festival.
Like, are you talking about the food vendors or the clothing, jewelry?
All the folk bazaar that was on the outside, and they've become part of the festival now. And probably there's a lot more food vendors than maybe when they started. Maybe the little folks area has changed in that. We've added a beer garden, and
it looks like the beer garden actually doubled in size this year. Is that right? It looks bigger.
No, I think we moved the folk bazaar to the other side of the festival, and we took them off the beach, and so we had a little bit more space there for the beer garden. But it's actually the same size as it was before, but it's just a little bit wider than longer this year.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And I've noticed what I really like to see is the youth. I've seen families with young kids, and they just put little headphones on them if the music's too loud. But me planning my own events, it's hard to get the youth there. What have you done to bring the families and the youth to this event this year?
I think they've always been involved. I think, we have children 12 and under are free, so it's an attraction for families for that, and we try to have a lot of activities for little folks, and there's all kinds of music, so a younger audience, teenagers to mid-20s and up. There's all age groups here. There's 3 generations of people that come to the festival, not only that come to the festival, but also that volunteer at the festival. So I think we've always had the youth here, and a lot of them grew up with the folk festival too, or their parents grew up with the folk festival. Now they're coming, or they're volunteering, or they have families that they're bringing too. So
yeah.
So it's a tradition with a lot of people.
Yeah. Now you're the big kahuna around here, so you're the one that's really organizing this. I know there's a board of directors as well, but you've got a lot of responsibility on your plate. How long does it take you to prepare for this? Are we talking? Do you get out of this year and start launching right into next year?
Well, not quite. We are a nonprofit society, so we do get some funding, and we have to do reporting for the funding. So that could take a couple months to report on it, and then we're also then starting doing grants for the next year and that. So, but we do start probably in October. We start programming again for the next year, and it takes a long time. We have a small staff, a great staff. And then we bring on contractors for the production, for the site and all that.
Yeah, and all the tents, I guess.
Yeah, we have a marketing, publicity coordinator person that we hire. And then we have like 1,500 volunteers. So
I was going to ask you how many volunteers there were.
Yeah, so it takes a lot of people to get it all together, and a lot of them, there's some volunteers or coordinators that have been volunteering with us since the beginning.
Wow.
So yeah, and or their kids are taking over, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah. So you must meet a lot of people. Do you get the opportunity to meet all of the bands, or is it just too hectic, busy for you? And if you can't meet them all, do you certainly make a point of meeting your favorites?
Well, I try to get. I don't meet them all. Sometimes I've met them. Maybe I've seen them at a conference or a showcase somewhere throughout the year, or some of the bands, like I've invited them back. They might have been here like 4 or 5 years ago, and then I repeat them again. But I bring a lot of new artists every year for people to discover. I think that's the amazing part of the festival is that people want to hear new music. They want to discover new artists. So this is a great place to do it.
Yeah.
And so during the weekend, I try to get around to the stages and see if there's how I put the workshops together, so I try to see how the artists are interacting, how the audience is interacting with the artist. So you're always kind of working ahead. You're seeing what works, what didn't work, so you're planning for the next year too.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
So when you take out what doesn't work, do people leave you little cue cards, or do they message you on Facebook saying, I didn't really like this? Is there any way it can change? Is that how the public could be involved with any changes they'd like?
Yeah, definitely. We get emails
Yeah.
if somebody doesn't like something, and we also get praise too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we hear from our audience a lot of times, and a lot of times, audience members will be traveling the world. They'll see an amazing band. They'll email me about it, and I'll check it out. So
great.
although I program 60 artists about every year, but I do learn about a lot of different kinds of music and artists as well from different audience members.
Yeah. Now, how do you pick the bands? Because there's so many different genres within the genre of folk music. Do you try to mix it up? Does that make any difference to you, or do you just this person says they're great, let's give them a go?
No. Well, I watch a lot of YouTube videos.
Oh, very nice.
and I like this year I was in Australia, so I saw some of the bands there. And then I went to Womex last year in Spain, so I saw bands there.
Oh.
But a lot of it I hear from other people, and they suggest artists and that. But a lot of it too is like I work with the other Western festivals, so and also the Canadian festivals. So if there's an international band like Sondorjo from Hungary that's come this year, like they were in Winnipeg, and then they're playing Vancouver, and they go to Calgary the next weekend. So we work together on a lot of stuff too, because it makes it affordable.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to coordinate where you're going to be. Yeah, for sure. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Well, listen, this is my first year, and I wanted to meet you because I appreciate how a huge event like this can be put together, and I wanted to meet the woman that was behind it.
Yeah.
And I have a little parting gift, because my deal is I'd like to give you a glow stick.
Oh, wow.
If you wear this glow stick tonight, then I'm hoping by the end of the night,
Yeah.
I'm going to see everyone that I interviewed wearing glow sticks.
Okay,
And
great.
I also brought some sugar, because I never know who needs a treat here, but we've got some really fun candy, and
great.
help yourself.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you
Yeah,
very
it was
much.
really nice
Yeah.
to meet you,
Yeah.
and I will see you around over the
Yeah.
next couple of days,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I'm sure. I'm hoping you'll hear lots of great music, that new artists that you've never seen before, and come back again.
Oh, I absolutely want to come back again. So that's it
Yeah.
for now. Signing out.
Thank you.
Peace.
Thanks.
Very nice. Thank you very much.